Hello, hello. I am back to help you do this thing called life. Okay, so yes, I have been praying for you. And please keep praying for me, okay? Ooh, felt like I was running out of breath. Keep praying for me, all right? Um, well, again, the message came early this morning, and I believe that it's for several people. This felt like, and I know it's never just for one, but this felt like, and I guess I'm gonna get it out in a minute. But the enemy will launch, and I've told y'all this before. He doesn't have out some pea shooter, really just targeting one person. Um, he launches an all-out attack. And a lot of times the attack is widespread, but because we in the body are either so prideful or so private or so fearful that we don't share with one another. We kind of go through silently. And so, for all of you silent strugglers, I believe that the Lord has a word for you today. And it is especially to those people. Oh, all of a sudden, when I just said that, because I wasn't expecting to say that. Oh, I feel like there are a lot of silent strugglers. And so I want to encourage you to find someone you can trust. Find somebody that you can trust and just be honest. You're human. You are human. Be honest. Don't feel like, well, I don't want to be whining and I don't want to be. If you know that you're someone who normally struggles in silence, you're not going to aggravate anybody. You're not going to bother anybody. It's different than somebody who's always, having something to say or something to complain about or so. But when you struggle in silence, you need to know that there is a level of deliverance simply in exposing the enemy. There is an incredible amount of deliverance in just opening your mouth and saying, "Whoa, I can't do this by myself. Can I share something with you?" And that exposure takes away some of the power from the enemy. So, if it's not tonight, tomorrow, text somebody, call somebody, and get that weight up off of you, okay? Because it's not even what it seems, but because the enemy keeps, and I'm not saying that your situation isn't real, but I'm saying that God has a word for that. He has somebody to encourage you. I mean, there is power in agreement. If the enemy can isolate you, he can handle you. So I need you to share with somebody. I need you to ask somebody to pray with you. I need whatever, but you need to confide in somebody. And if there is nobody in your life that you can confide in, then you really need to do some talking to God. Because I believe there is someone there. You just haven't accepted them as such. Okay? That was a whole different message that came out of me just saying many of you struggle silently. Because that was not what I meant to say. Well, I wasn't prepared to say that. But now, what the Lord said this morning, I heard him say, change needy for steady. Change needy for steady. And I believe that that's because so many people can't be fully centered and fully in themselves, like fully be, fully exist in their authentic self because they're so needy. And when different people come around, different things surface. I think I said this a couple of weeks ago in another way. But they lean into whoever is coming. They become that. And there's this, it's because they're needy. They're needy. They're wanting something, but God is saying, get steady. Change needy for steady. Become steady. Become centered. Get centered. Find your center. Find who you really are. And then stand in it, okay? And then the other thing, and this was good to me. The Lord said running faster doesn't mean running longer. Keep your stride. And so really, 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 this is for somebody who has been doing something a long time and it feels like you're not seeing results. And to be truthful, it feels like there are so many people who are really Johnny-come-latelys, and they seem to be passing you. You know, you feel like you're left behind, that this person just got in the business and they're in front of you, that this person just came to the ministry and now they're ahead of you. You know, that this person just graduated from college and got a job and their house seems to be better than yours, or their car, or whatever. Number one, if you can see the common denominator, it's comparison. So number one, kill that. Stop comparing yourself. I told you before, everybody has a race to run, but it's their own race. Ain't nobody in them lanes beside you. There is no one in the lanes. Your race is your race. All you're trying to do is better every day. All you want to do is get better. So kill the comparison. All right. But then I want to encourage you, because he said running faster doesn't mean running longer. Keep your stride. There is a difference between a sprinter and a long distance runner. A distance runner, they really have to pace themselves. A sprinter is over and done. And there's nothing wrong with either of them. But when it comes to ministry, to business, to life, all those things, you want endurance. You want longevity. So don't compare yourself to all those other people. Don't compare yourself to the person who just got the job, but they may be up for promotion before you. All those things. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep your stride. The Lord said, keep your stride. Let them do what they're going to do. Keep your stride. And one of the things, and I can't even fully connect it, but it's in my head. And I heard, well, we had some trees that we had taken down. We had them cut down over the weekend. And I noticed, there was a guy who was he was new on the job. And I remember seeing his boss telling him, no, don't start cutting over there again, because the tree had come down. And so even with these power saws or whatever, the tree had come down, but then, they were cutting up part of them. And the boy was getting ready to start in another place. And the man was like, no. Come over here. You already started. Y'all, you can put an axe to the same tree. You can chop 1,000 times. But if you do it in 1,000 places, honey, that tree ain't coming down. Not if it's a big tree. That tree is not going to come down. You have to hit in the same place over and over, or around that same area, You get it from one side, then you get it from another side, but it's the same area. If you chop up here, and then you chop here, and then you chop a bunch of licks, that's all it is. You just abusing the tree. But even like I said, with a power saw, with or whatever it's called, y'all, I don't even know if I'm saying the right thing. But with a power tool, if you have that and you're taking that to that tree, even with that, you got to be consistent and steady before it goes all the way through. And you may have to come at it from different angles, but you hit that same point. And I want to tell you this, that same thing applies for you, your ministry, your job, your finances, everything about you. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Don't think it's not working. Just like I sat there and watched them do those trees. That tree was standing. But then it would finally hit a point when you see that joker start to lean. And he didn't go all the way down yet, but he started leaning. All they had to do was keep going. And after a while, it fell. It fell. And so you need to know whatever it is that you're after, you're going to go all the way through this thing. But don't you give up. Don't you stop. Don't you compare. Just keep doing what you do. And then watch God do what he does. Okay? I know it was a little long. No apologies. If it's for you, it's for you. If this one ain't for you, hang on. I'm coming for you. Well, this has been One More Minute with Marcy. I'll be back tomorrow with another moment of momentum producing motivation. Until then, stay encouraged. And remember, you gotta flutter before you can fly. But flying is in your future. I love y'all.